Last weekend, I finally broke.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna keep on jumping on past everything. Look at this boy. Oh. You know, I feel kind of bad about that actually. Let's see what he had to say, guys.
I'd been speedrunning Hollow Knight for more than 2 years, and like most other speedrunners, I took a sadistic joy in making Elderbug as sad as possible. Me and my fellow speedrunners would laugh at the local boomer and his disappointment watching us fly by him time after time. I couldn't afford to stop for even a moment to listen to what this wise old bug had to say.
Talking to Elderbug? We don't have time for those sorts of things. This is a speed run here.
Until Saturday.
We can't do all this in the name of speed. Oh, you're back. You walked straight past me and descended down into the ruins without even saying hello. Mine sometimes plays tricks on you when you spend a lot of time alone.
I'd had a change of heart. After all this time, I'd finally realized that I needed to stop and appreciate the kind words that this old, lonely bug had to say. I needed to talk to Elderbug. But I didn't want to just stop and talk to Elderbug once. What kind of a friend would I be then? I knew what I had to do. I needed to hear everything Elderbug had to say. And I mean everything. I didn't just want to hear what he says when we first stroll on by. I wanted to hear what he had to say about the Grim Troop arriving in town, or about Gigi's hut being opened. I wanted to give our old friend a flower. Now, this was no easy task, but I was dedicated to righting the wrongs of my past self. To achieve this goal, I would require 3 separate save files, the last 2 of which require banishment and defeating Nightmare King Grim, respectively. Luckily, not all of my training would go to waste. My years of speedrunning had prepared me for this moment, to ensure that I would waste no time making amends for the sins of my past. I wanted to do this not just to make right by Elderbug, but also to search within myself. Maybe in that kind old bug's words were a piece of wisdom that I could take to heart.
That one fell into an open grave and couldn't climb out. I found the corpse myself. Dreadful nuisance. I've since had to tend to the graves myself. That's so sad. I don't think I've ever...
The first save file was complete with my initial interaction with Elderbug, and we were already on to the banishment run. This run was smooth as can be, with not even a stumble along the way to hearing out everything Elderbug had to say. I was maintaining a blistering pace through these runs.
If you get it first try, just like that. Look at that time save. Shoot. Okay. No. It's fine. Dying is a part of the process. What's going on with the splits? We are running any percent with ethics. Fuck. That's what happens when I don't look at the gameplay.
Before I knew it, the Grim Troop had been banished, and Elderbug could return to his calm, quiet life once again. But I knew this was not the end. I needed one more save file, and this would be the grandest of them all. Elderbug has something to say about every major stepping stone in the knight's journey. With each major item you pick up, Elderbug will direct you to the next place you should be looking. With every world-changing event, Elderbug can provide backstory and insight into the world. He cared about us and our story, and maybe I was starting to care about him too. Even with Elderbug's helpful hints along the way, I had my work cut out for me. I had many trials to overcome, but 3 loomed over me, a penance for my sins. The first of these was the Nightmare King himself. I fought this boss with 5 health and no nail upgrades, the better to atone. But he was no match for my newfound dedication, and soon Elderbug was singing a happy tune once more. The second and most difficult obstacle to overcome was Grey Prince Zote. We needed to defeat the man of Bretta's dreams not once but 4 times to finally release Bretta from her trance. I was armed once again with 5 health and no nail upgrades. But I endured the suffering, focusing on the promise of a mildly interested Elderbug waiting for me back in Dirtmouth. With Grey Prince Zote defeated, I had but one task remaining, but this was the scariest of them all. I had to deliver the delicate flower to Elderbug. By this point, I knew there were none more deserving than our resident guide, and I eventually gave him the delicate flower. Friends, when Elderbug sees this gesture of kindness, it changes him. When we first meet Elderbug, he is sad, alone, finding no solace in an ever-changing world around him. He has stopped dreaming. But with this act of kindness, he finally sees that the love that he can give can be returned in kind. He finally sees that he doesn't have to just stand and watch as adventurer after adventurer passes him by. And this, my friends, softens him. Elderbug dares to open his heart back up to the world. He's no longer so afraid of being taken for granted, and he even dares to dream. So now that I've done that, I can just jump past him again, right? Like it's kind of slow to just talk to him a bunch. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that every run. I mean, we still gotta go fast.